Lights, camera, podcast. This is the Silver Screen Sessions podcast with your host, Pete. Your fortnightly dose of movie talk, reviews, and all things film. From blockbusters to hidden gems, Pete will be breaking down what's worth watching, what's overrated, and everything in between. So grab your popcorn, take your seats, and let's roll the reel.
Welcome back to the Silver Screen Sessions podcast, the show where we celebrate the movies that shaped our childhoods, fired up our imaginations, and still makes us believe we can fly. Or in this case, skate. I'm Pete, and today we're lacing up for a cold slice of 90s nostalgia, one that taught us about friendship, forgiveness, and the power of a perfectly timed slapshot. That's right, we're diving into The Mighty Ducks from 1992. The Disney sports comedy that turned a ragtag group of underdogs into icons and made us all chant quack, quack, quack at least once in our lives. This isn't just a feel-good family film, it's a story about redemption, community and rediscovering what matters. All wrapped in ice rinks, cheap hot chocolate and 90s charm. So grab your skates, your stick and a team spirit that won't quit, because the Ducks are about to fly again. The story, Redemption on Ice. Released in 1992 and directed by Stephen Herrick, the guy behind Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, The Mighty Ducks is a classic underdog story. It follows Gordon Bombay, played by Emilio Estevez, a high-flying Minneapolis lawyer whose life is defined by a single mistake, a missed penalty shot that cost his youth hockey team the championship decades earlier. Fast forward to adulthood, Gordon's got money, arrogance and a license suspension after a DUI. His punishment? 500 hours of community service, coaching a youth hockey team. The team, District 5, is a disaster. No rink, no gear, no clue. They can barely skate, let alone score. But as Bombay reluctantly steps behind the bench, something starts to change. In them and in him. He rediscovers his passion for hockey, the kids gain confidence, and what starts as a court-ordered chore turns into a genuine quest for redemption. The Ducks, as they eventually become, go from being nobodies to local legends, taking on the intimidating Hawks, the team that broke Bombay's heart all those years ago. It's sport movie magic 101, but done with sincerity, humour, and a whole lot of heart. The cast, Ducks fly together. The secret sauce of The Mighty Ducks isn't just the story, it's the cast. Emilio Estevez was already part of the 80s Brat Pack royalty from The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire, but this role reinvented him for the younger audience. He plays Gordon Bombay with just the right mix of cynicism and warmth. You believe his frustration, but you also feel his growth. Then we have the kids, the real stars of the show. Each one has a personality bigger than the rink. Joshua Jackson as Charlie Conway, the team's moral compass and emotional centre. He's wide-eyed, loyal and determined to do the right thing, even when others won't. Sean Wise as Goldberg, the nervous goalie terrified of the puck. He delivers some of the film's funniest moments and the biggest cheers when he finally stands his ground. Eldon Henson as Fulton Reed, the misunderstood giant with a slap shot that could break glass. Literally. Margaret Moreau as Connie Moreau, proving girls not only belong on the team but can outskate the boys any day. Brandon Adams as Jesse Hall, fairy, fearless and full of attitude. And let's not forget Lane Smith as Coach Riley, the villain you love to hate. His mantra, it's not worth winning if you can't win big, still echoes as one of the best lines in sports movie history. Together, they create something that feels authentic. A found family forged on the ice. Behind the scenes, the making of a legacy. Here's where it gets more interesting. The Mighty Ducks started as a passion project for writer Stephen Brill, who wanted to blend his love for sports with a coming-of-age story. He pitched it to Disney as the Bad News Bears meets hockey, and they loved it. But nobody, not even Disney, expected it to become a pop culture phenomenon. The film was a surprise hit, grossing over $50 million on a modest budget and spawned 2 sequels, a cartoon series, and even a real NHL team, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, founded in 1993 by the Walt Disney Company itself. Talk about life imitating art. Behind the camera, the kids trained with real hockey coaches for weeks, learning to skate, pass and shoot convincingly. Some of the action scenes were shot in freezing warehouses and the cast developed a real bond, just like their characters. And that chant, Quack, 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 wasn't scripted to be iconic. It just happened organically on set, and the crew loved it so much it became the team's rallying cry. Disney knew they had something special, they just didn't know it would still be beloved 30 years later. So the music, the energy and the 90s feel. So let's talk about the vibe, because the Mighty Ducks is drenched in 90s magic. From the bright jerseys to the feel-good pop soundtrack, everything about its movie screams childhood nostalgia. The score, composed by David Newman, blends heroic brass themes with warm emotional undertones that elevate every victory and heartbreak. You've also got upbeat needle drops that make you want to lace up and join the team. Every montage, from the chaotic practices to the first big win, feels like an emotional music video from the friendship and perseverance. It's that rare film that makes failure look fun and success look earned. So the themes, growth, redemption and believing in yourself. At its heart, The Mighty Ducks is about second chances. Gordon Bombay gets one, a chance to redeem his past and rediscover his purpose. The kids get one, a chance to believe in themselves when no one else does. It's also a story about mentorship. How the right guidance at the right time can completely change your own person's path. The film doesn't shy away from heavier themes either. Beneath the humour, it's about class divide. The Ducks come from working class neighbourhoods, while the Hawks represent privilege and pressure. That contrast gives the story a surprising layer of social commentary. And the film's ultimate message? You don't have to win to be a champion. You just have to play with heart. So the franchise, Ducks Fly Forever? The success of The Mighty Ducks led to two sequels. D2 The Mighty Ducks in 1994, a bigger, flashier sequel where the team represents Team USA in an international tournament. It's over the top and full of 90s swagger. Fans love it. D3 The Mighty Ducks in 1996, more grounded, focusing on growing up, responsibility and moving on from childhood dreams. Then came The Mighty Ducks, the animated series in 1996, a sci-fi reimagining featuring anthropometric hockey-playing ducks from another planet. Yes, it's as weird as it sounds, and yes, it's wonderful. And in 2021, Disney Plus revived the franchise with The Mighty Ducks, Game Changers, bringing Emilio Estevez back as Bombay and introducing a new generation of players. 3 decades on, the Ducks are still flying. So some fun facts on legacy. The name The Mighty Ducks was chosen after the film started shooting. Disney executives wanted something catchy and marketable. Safe to say, they nailed it. The film's rink scenes were shot at real Minnesota hockey arenas, including the Met Center, giving it genuine authenticity. Several cast members, including Joshua Jackson, didn't know how to skate before filming began. By the end, they were pulling off actual drills. The real Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup in 2007, making the movie's dream big message come true in real life. And the legacy. Immense. The film didn't just inspire sequels, it inspired players. Countless professional hockey players have said The Mighty Ducks was what made them fall in love with the game. So my review and rating. Rewatching The Mighty Ducks feels like opening a time capsule of pure optimism. Sure, it's cheesy. Sure, it's predictable. But it's also joyful, sincere and deeply human. It reminds us that leadership isn't about power, it's about connection. That failure isn't final. That every team, no matter how messy, deserves its moment in the spotlight. The performances, the heart, the music, it all holds up beautifully. My rating, 9 out of 10. Because even after 30 years, this movie still knows how to make you smile, cheer and believe again. And that's The Mighty Ducks, the film that taught us how to fall, get back up and keep skating no matter what. It's more than a sports movie. It's a story about friendship, redemption and finding the courage to quack back at life. Thank you for tuning in to the Silver Screen Sessions podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit follow, leave a review and share it with your fellow movie lovers. Next time, we'll be leaving the ice and heading straight into prehistoric chaos. That's right, we're taking on Jurassic Park, the film that changed cinema and made dinosaurs cool again. Until then, keep believing, keep dreaming, and remember, ducks fly together.